Well, managing student behavior, you might have to document. That is an important part of your job as a school bus driver. You, I advise keep a planner with you. Sometimes your district policy might require that you keep a log. If not, get yourself a log. This one cost me like $1 or $2 at the store, and it really goes a long way. There's an old saying that says a short pencil is more effective than a long memory, and that is very true. If, like me, you don't hold grudges and you try to keep things running smoothly, you might have a tendency to forget, and the best way to not forget and be able to track down what happened, if you have to talk to a parent, for instance, about his or her kid's behavior, the best way to know exactly what you're talking about and look like you're competent at what you're doing and you know exactly what's going on is if you have all your facts straight. And the best way to do it is to document. It doesn't have to be very formal, but if you have to 3 or 4 times in a row to tell to a kid to be on time at the bus stop, then maybe you need to document, so that way if it becomes more serious, if you have to bring it to the next level, you have a paper trail for you to know exactly what happened. Sometimes you don't have choice to document in a more formal way. If an injury takes place, or even if I never had a collision with my school bus, but if that were the case, of course you will have to fill an incident report or collision report. But I would say, there is this form over here. This is a student discipline report. And sometimes we have to fill them out. I do not like to fill them out all the time because it loses its impact. If you fill them out all the time, it's going to become pretty much a joke. The kids will not take them seriously because every run you're going to fill out that whole stack of student disciplinary report. You want to save them for special circumstances, when you have tried verbal warning, you have tried you have tried to solve the problem and correct the kids' behavior in several different ways, and you still get no result. Well, sometimes it might be necessary that you fill the student report. It's at your discretion. Sometimes you don't have a choice. If there is an injury involved, or if there are, a kid complains about, or a parent complains about inappropriate behavior that might have taken place, or an injury, or the kid didn't keep his or her hands to herself and the other kid is injured, then you definitely need to put that in writing and document. So that way, if a school administrator or a parent demands for accountability, this is a way to know exactly what happened. And that's a way also to be fair. So if a kid is falsely accused of something he or she did not do, or if something is blown out of proportion, you are able to say, well, ma'am, sir, I'm sorry, this is what happened. I documented. So it's all about accountability, and it's gonna help you be more successful. It's important to document.